How is it going, guys, gals, and animal pals? It is I, Caffeine Fox, back here with a brand new video, and I'm super excited because it's about something I hold near and dear to my heart: paws. I tweeted out last week to send me your paws, and I'm gonna rate them. What better way to do this than to give a scale? From 1 to 5 beans, we're gonna rate these. Honestly, this isn't like any kind of like super serious video, right? Because it's been a long time since I've done like a paws or maws video, right? Let's get into these paw submissions. This one is honestly super freaking adorable, right? Like, don't get me wrong, but we're not here to judge the fursuit. It can have a little bit of an impact on the score, but honestly, we are here for one thing and one thing only, and that is paws. P-A-W-B-S. Honestly, right off the bat, these paws are freaking adorable. Like, it reminds me of Oreos. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Look, the proportions are great. Whoever designed the paws for this suit knew what they were doing. I've never worn indoor paws. Definitely an awesome display of the beans. I'm gonna have to give this one, a 4 out of 5 beans. Yeah! Okay, so for this next one, we have a 2 for 1. That's not gonna affect the score in any way, shape, or form. Funny enough, I actually know who these belong to, and that will also not impact the score. I gotta be impartial when it comes to being the paw savants. These are hooves. Honestly, that's very different, right? Like, I don't really see too many hooved fursuits. The ones next to it, I really like the color scheme on these. Okay, I would have to give these a 4 out of 5 as well. Honestly, just because of the color schemes and the proportions on the paws. I've never noticed like paws that are separated down the middle like that. That's quite different. I'm not talking about the hooves. Those are split down the middle. We know that. Honestly, people are coming out here with some really strong submissions. I was not expecting that. Just as a side reminder, whatever score I give the paws, like if you submitted this is in no way, shape, or form the absolute score on your paws, right? Everybody's paws are beautiful. I'm doing this for fun. For the next submission, I really like the raised portions of the paws. Like, that's probably one of my favorite things ever whenever it comes to paws. I don't really have those. My paws are kind of flat. I don't know what the scientific term for it is. Look, I'm not a scientist, but I really like the fact that those are included on the suit. And the colors, they're very bright. I had to give this a 3.5 out of 5 beans. Look, it's a good score. It's a good score. So I love the proportions of the paws. All right, so this next submission, I really like the proportions of the paws. It's just that the background, it's almost the same color as the paw. It's like camouflaging into the environment. But hey, this is awesome. I really like the earthy neutral tones on the paws. I think there's a second picture too. Hold up. Yeah. I'm kind of partial to red paws. Look, I just said I was gonna be impartial on this. Sometimes you gotta make an exception, and that's for the red paws. I'm gonna have to give this a 3 out of 5 beans. Very good, very good. Beans. Dang, this next submission, holy smokes. Like, check it out. Okay, so as far as the color scheme on here, it is a little difficult to kind of see what I'm looking at. Like, it kind of blends in with the background. I think that just happens to do with the photo, right? You can't control everything, but it's not exactly helping. However, I love the actual digit part. They are rounded and freaking amazing, if I must say so myself. Yo, I'm gonna have to give these, ooh, hold up. This is tricky. This is tricky. I'm gonna have to give these wonderful grippers here a solid 4 out of 5. They're like this close to being a 4.5, honestly. Oh my goodness. Like, what? Okay, hold up. I've never seen paws like that realistic before, right? And possums have them kind of freaky feet, right?
It's freaky.
I've never seen a fursuit do this before. This is like wild. I'm kind of speechless. If I were to give this a score, man, I'd have to give this 4.5 spicy beans out of 5. This is a good submission. Dang. Oh my goodness, yeah! I love the contrast of like light blue on white. And this is just making me like super jelly right now. Like, I would need to get like a pair of indoor paws. However, the proportions on the bottom of the feet, I don't know. They're good, but like, are they a 4 or a 5 good? I have to give these, 3.5 out of 5 beans. Honestly, strong submission. Thank you. Whoa, oh my goodness. These are like super lime green and the proportions, holy smokes. Okay, look, first the possum paws and now these. I was not expecting that, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like, these are definitely gonna be a 4.5. You know what? We're gonna go with a 4.6. That tiny little bit that got it over was the color scheme, and I freaking love that. I love that lime green on white. Heckin' amazing. Yo, we have a half and half suit. Oh my goodness, look, this is something I hold near and dear to my heart. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not exactly one color all the way around. Okay, that's really interesting that it has one singular paw pad. I've never seen that before. The big pad, I don't know what the scientific term for it is. I've never seen one large pad before. That's quite unique. Also, it's like claws on the end, almost like mole paws. I'm gonna have to give this a 3.7 out of, I was about to say 10, a 3.7 out of 4 beans. Holy smokes. Yeah. Whoa, I love these as well. Like the actual big paw pad has texture on it. I simp texture. Honestly, a very strong submission. I like this a lot. The color scheme, it is a little difficult to kind of pick out the pink from the white. Maybe that's just the exposure on the photo. Oh, and the golden claws. Hold up. I feel like this extra level of bling is gonna have an impact on how I score this. Definitely, I'm gonna have to give this, from the proportions and the color scheme, I'm gonna have to give this a 3.7 out of 5 beans. Yo, pause. I love the texture on the bottom. I will say though that the color is all the same. It's a little hard to pick out some details, right? Like I'm kind of nitpicking here right now. Holy smokes, just the composition of the photo and the paws. I'm gonna have to give this a 4 out of 5 beans. All right, we got some purple and blue beans. Holy smokes. Those are some absolute units. Like, I don't know if it's just the angle of the photo or if they are actually that size. Dang! Not too much in the texture department, right? But like, come on now. These are some big beans. I'm gonna have to give these a 3.5 out of 5 beans. Yeah, honestly, a solid score. I don't think I've rated a single set of paws under 3 yet, you know? And I feel like the first person who gets to be under 3 is just gonna immediately get in the comments and be like, you, Caff, you and your multicolored suit. Okay, these are absolutely sick. I love these paws. Just the amount of detail that was placed on the bottom of the paw pads to make it look like a splat of paint. That's like some next level stuff right there. It almost reminds me of like finger painting as a kid, right? Like you just put your hand in the paint and just like place that everywhere and just make a huge mess. Yeah, very awesome. I'm gonna have to give these a 4.8 out of 5. That's some next level paws right there. Dang, okay, we got some hooves. I didn't know that there would be other hoof submissions, but hey, you know what? We're not gonna discriminate here. It's like a very realistic hoof. It's like one singular hoof. I've only seen this in like 2 other suits, and maybe it's because I'm not paying attention, right? Like that's definitely most likely what's happening. I can only imagine what this is like to pick stuff up. If you drop something, like good luck ever picking it up again. Like I would have a handler with me like 24/7. Handler, I dropped my keys, you know, and I would have them on speed dial, right? Like just follow me around. But hey, I appreciate the commitment. I really like this. Based on like the uniqueness alone, I'm gonna have to give the paws a 4.4 out of 5 beans. Is it really the bean scale at this point? If it's a hoof, I don't know. Yo, this is exactly like the kind of photo I posted that got me like a warning strike on Furry Amino. I don't even know if that site's still around, but this is bringing me back. Like I'm getting some PTSD. I'm a little biased when it comes to red paws, but I cannot let that influence my decision. Honestly, this is a really good photo composition. The proportions, great. They're still angled at the top, which is great because sometimes they'll just be round, right? But like when they're kind of like shaped almost like an animal, right? It adds that extra level of immersion. Very good submission. I'm gonna have to give this a 4 out of 5 beans. Yeah. Yo, check this out. Like, I could not sit like that. That would be hella uncomfortable if I did that. But hey, this is a good submission. You know, I like the fact that the beans on the top are kind of like rounded, which definitely adds to it. You know what? I'm gonna have to give these a 3 out of 5 beans. Dang, all right. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm just like distracted by the photo in the background of the two wolves howling. It kind of reminds me of the Wolf Howls at Moon t-shirt. But hey, on to the beans themselves. Look, I like blue. Oh, dang, and you got the bottom paw pad as well. I don't know if I've seen one yet. Heckin' cute, heckin' adorable. I'm gonna have to give these blue beans a 3.2 out of 5 beans. That bottom bean though, like what the heck? I can't believe that's the first one I've seen. This entire experience is opening my mind. Oh my goodness, I love the proportions on these paws. Like this is some high class proportioning. Oh, I just freaking love it when like the entire paw is like one object. Like instead of having this ooh kind of thing going on, right? I have to give these a 4.4 out of 5. We're getting so close right now. We're getting so close to the perfect bean score. Dang, we got some pink beans here. Pink on pink. Holy smokes. I feel like the lighting in the photo though kind of detracts from like what you're looking at, but great submission. I love pink, the music artist and the color. I'm gonna have to give these a 2.9 out of 5 beans. Yeah. We got another set of beans here. Heck yeah, I freaking love that it's like 2 different colors. Look, I'm one of those people, you know, being like half gray and half blue myself, I can't let that affect my score. But hey, you know what? These are some good beans. Like even if they're not attached to somebody, what if that is actually the suit? What if I'm looking at the suit right now and someone climbs inside of there and they operate it? That'd be freaking sick, like a paw Gundam. Like what the heck? I'm gonna have to give these a 3 out of 5 beans. Yeah. Yo, check these beans out. Like, holy smokes. I love the proportions. Again, like, these are some good beans, right? Like, and the orange, come on now. Look, as a fox, you know, we're all orange. We're all about that orange life, right? So if I see orange, I'm like, yes! And the color of the photo, like, that is hella good. That is some hella good lighting. And the orange really pops. I'm gonna have to give these a 4.5 out of 5 beans. Dang, these beans, holy smokes. Okay, the fact that there's like blue glowing eyes, that's like hella sick. This is kind of like what Tony the Tiger wished they could become. This is Tony the Tiger's final form. So I'm not a huge fan of the black on black though, right? Because like it's just hard to discern like what you're looking at. Get out of here, mouse cursor. But I love the whole idea of this with the entire suit. Like this is a good submission. Look, there are all straight up banger submissions that y'all sent over. So, you know, I'm gonna have to give these paws 3.4 frijoles out of 5. Yo, blue. Okay, I would honestly be terrified of like doing this down a set of stairs. Definitely a braver furry than I. So the proportions, awesome. It's a little hard to discern like where the paw pads end. And this might just be because I am wearing my fursuit head and I cannot see at all, but hey, I really like the light blue color on them. Very good. And they got the blue on the outside too with the claws. I'm gonna have to give these paws a 3.5 out of 5 beans, but we're gonna raise it to a 3.6 just because that's some dangerous, that's dangerous. I would not do that in suit. Like, holy smokes, I would fall over backwards. Yo, big beans. I like the fact that I can see the suit head with the paws, right? To kind of get like an accurate portion of just how big these are. I am super envious of these beans. And the color purple, right? Like it's just such an awesome color. And when it's added as an accent too, ooh, come on now. I'm gonna have to give this a 3.7 out of 5 beans. I was about to say 4. I was about to say 4 out of 5. Yo, okay, so it's a little difficult to kind of like see with like the white on the white, but like with that taken into context, right? I really like the purple on teal. It is awesome. It's almost kind of like spray paint polka dots inside of it. And it's like a heart on the bottom. Come on now. I haven't really seen any hearts on Fursuit Paws. That is quite different. I'm gonna have to give these, ooh, if it wasn't for the background, you know, see, I feel kind of bad in having this score though, based on the background, right? I'm gonna have to give these a 2.5 out of 5. Look, I'm sure if the paws had like a different background, I would be able to like see them a little better, but like still a very solid pair of paws, if I do say so myself. Doug Dimmadome reviewing the next set of paws. These are freaking cute. I love these paws. I like the fact that the beans on the top are like smaller. I don't know if that's just the fur, right? Like if the fur is just getting in the way. Either way, very good, very solid, a very good choice. You know, I would do the same thing if I was sitting on that couch. I would just put them up in the air without a care. I'm gonna have to give these a 3 out of 5 beans. Yo, okay. Check these out. Holy smokes. That is like the lightest and most vibrant teal I have ever seen in my life. I've tried to get my thumbnails to look like this by popping up the exposure, but like, dang, those are some teal paws. So we got the awesome proportions here, right? Like they pop out. We even got like the claws going out of them too. I'm gonna have to say a 4.9 out of 5 beans. So freaking close, so freaking close. Oh my goodness. Yo, these are some solid beans. Yo, all right. Holy smokes, we got the gray and the white going on here. Again, I'm not trying to be biased towards like half and half colors, right? But come on now. I also noticed the badge collection on the wall. I actually have one of those. It brings me back. I don't know, they're just like super soft and cuddly looking. There's like different types of paws, right? You got like those apex predator paws, right? Where it's just kind of like, raw, screaming bald eagle noises, right? Like, I'm gonna get you. And then you got like the soft cuddly ones. And like, I feel like I don't really see too many of those. Very soft. I'm gonna have to give these a 3.8 out of 5 beans. Yo, oh my goodness. Like these are some huge beans. Like these are some big ones. I don't even know how difficult it would be to walk around. I've heard that if you have indoor paws, you have to be extra careful to not like get them dirty. You have to wear like fursuit sandals and stuff. Yeah, honestly, these are some great paws. Very big. I'm gonna have to give these a 3.8 out of 5 beans. Yeah. All right, y'all. So that's pretty much gonna end up wrapping up all of these wonderful beans. Thank you everybody for submitting them. And if y'all wanna see any future videos where you wanna be a part of it, you know, follow me on X/Twitter, whatever it's called nowadays. And again, all of the scores, they're not like official, okay? I just kinda wanna do these videos for fun. It's been a while since I've done one of them, and it's always a great time, right? I hope y'all liked today's video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up and, you know, consider subscribing to the channel. And yeah, I will see all of you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.
Oh my goodness, I'd like to give a huge thank you to the following Gold Egg patrons: Yorick Burnison, STL Motovlogs, Blueberry the Husky, Ashira Pony, Moodle, DH, Apollo Bunny, Dynamo, Emerith Cantonine, and Cinderkin. And a huge thank you to all my other patrons and supporters as well. If any of you want to consider becoming a patron, check me out on the link above. Oh my goodness, thank you.